Hi guys, my name is Gigahertz, and I just wanted to use this first video to introduce myself. I have been playing the game since beta, and as a matter of fact, when the game was first given to me, I didn't even know what I was getting into. A buddy of mine gave me a tag and said all you have to do is fill out bug reports when they happen, and other than that, you can play this game that Blizzard made. So I get into the game, and just to give you an idea of a little story about, when I was a noob, the only thing I cared about was bag space. I was like, oh my god, like, I don't have enough room in this tiny bag that I have. Like, oh, how do I get more bags? Like, because bag drops used to be atrocious, and there were only like 6 slots in a bag at the beginning, and then eventually someone was like, oh, all you have to do is make a tailor, and then you can make bags yourself. And so I actually got tailoring not even for the purpose of having new clothes, which would make sense because I was playing a warlock, because I was a noob, because that's what I picked. And instead of getting it for the clothes, I actually got it for the bags, because I was like, oh my god, like, I've got all this stuff, and I don't know what to do with it, so I need more bags. Like, how do I get that? And it turned out, like, later on, it was a bunch of grays that I was hanging on to, and I didn't realize that I could sell them to somebody, or that they were pretty much worthless, and just filling up, these small bag space that I had. But so that's just one story of how, when I started playing, oh so long ago, that I was a pretty big noob, and that basically we're all noobs at some point in time, and maybe even we're noobs more often than once in the same game. And a game like World of Warcraft is one of the few games that allow you to actually be a noob more than once, which is kind of awesome. So in that sort of idea, I decided to start this YouTube video, like run, and it's going to be mostly about this character. It's just a mage. It's the free level 90 that you get from Warlords of Draenor. So it doesn't have pretty much anything. I haven't picked a spec. I haven't done any talents work. It obviously doesn't have any, add-ons, not even like Bag-On or anything like that. Like, there's nothing on this tune. And the point of that is to start as close to scratch as I possibly can, in an attempt to start at the beginning and show people who are just coming into the game, or maybe just want to work a little bit on like gameplay, just a place for them to do that. Now, this won't be like a lot of helpful channels where people just spoon feed you the end result, where it's just, here's the class, spec, talent guide, here's the gear guide, this is the macros that I use, here's my UI, it's a finished product, just, click the link, and it'll just upload into your computer, and you're done. Like, here you go, now, like, give me your money. That's not the way this is going to be. This is going to be slow builds, and the idea is going to be that the skills are kind of like the core skills that people really need to become better players. So simple things starting out from even things like movement, binding, where maybe you might want to place your hand on the keyboard, whether or not gaming mouses might be something that you really want, or a mechanical keyboard, or the super awesome headset that, does all kinds of crazy stuff, like whether or not it's a gimmick or whether it's a real thing. So we're going to be talking about those kinds of things, and we're going to be kind of just helping you with some of the small stuff, and then slowly building our way up to how add-ons work and what you can do inside of specific add-ons, actually pushing them to their limit, and not just a situation where I'm like, hey, this is the add-on that I use it like this, you should use it like this too, otherwise you're a noob. Like, that won't be the way it'll be set up. It'll be more like, hey, these are the many things you can do with this one specific add-on, and here's how they would be helpful in a PvE environment, a PvP environment, perhaps even RP or questing, and just kind of give more to the gamer community. And with that being said, in closing, I want you to know that I do not, in any way, shape, or form, know everything about this game. I have been playing it for a very long time, not because I know everything about it, but because I genuinely enjoy it. I have always liked it from the start, fell in love with it right from the beginning, and like, to give you like kind of an example of sort of what I'm talking about, Swifty, you can say what you want about him either way, it doesn't really matter. But some people, they'll say he's not the best warrior in the world. Well, he doesn't ever say that he is. What Swifty is a good person who wants to help other people be good. He enjoys the game. He cares about the community, and he wants to be a positive force in it. Maybe he does some things on occasion that are like whatever, like negative, like crashing servers or whatever. But it wasn't necessarily, like it just happens. Like hey, like Swifty's freaking awesome, so server crash, whatever. Um, and so that's my point. Like in the kind of Swifty idea, I know for a fact that I'm gonna say things that are either wrong, out of my own like idea of what I think is right, or perhaps even like ignorance. And when that happens, I'm absolutely positive that the gamer community will clamor in probably the most polite way possible and point out my error, because that's the way the gamer community is. They're always like Johnny on the spot with like a lot of positive criticism. I'm sure there won't be a lot of like, LOL, like you suck, like you mad, bro, like yeah, but you don't even lift, like those kinds of things, because that would never happen in the gamer community, which is really really great. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm excited to start, and we'll start getting some stuff out. Starting out probably just with simple hand placement, stuff like that, and slowly building from there. So once more, my name is Gigahertz, and thank you for your time.